we were like, I can't wait.
We get to vote, but we don't get to vote in the real election.
Well, I think it's just good to understand who you're voting for and what you're actually voting for. After all, these parties, they do represent you in the government. So if you know what they're for, what their values are for at a younger age, you'll have a better idea when you grow up where you can actually vote.
Jim Prentice is the leader, and from what I hear, Rachel Notley is the most popular. So it's sort of like the leader versus the probably going to be leader.
So we had the same leader for like a long time, right? But nothing really happened. Like people, they always make promises and then they don't keep them. So I believe that Rachel Notley is going to keep her promises. There was a question and they said, oh, if you had to like vote for like another party, who would you vote for? And they all said, I'm not gonna vote for them because I believe in myself. But she said, Rachel said that if she had to vote for one, she'd vote for anyone that would help the community.
Well, I knew who to vote for. It's Peter Brown.
Because the Wild Rose
Has a bunch of great promises. Like free 2-hour parkings at hospitals and stuff.
I didn't want to vote for the PC because they want to raise the taxes, but I understand why, because they want the government to have more money.
I'm always surprised how surprised they are with who they align with. So their parents will vote a certain way. They've been brought up to think a certain way in some cases. And then when you do the survey, there's no influence. It's their own responses.
Mine's Wild Rose. I really liked their promises and what they were saying they were going to do.
A couple of the promises are pretty good.
Yep.
And they said that they're going to build more schools, make the food that's really healthy for you lower prices so people can afford it and so they can't just buy junk food.
I consider myself a very liberal person in terms of politics, and it was nice to see sort of this fresh thing come in because, as you know, Alberta's been run by PC, and some would say their biggest competitor would be the Wild Rose, but I think for the NDP to pull in last minute, that was sort of inspirational to me, I guess, on a smaller scale.
I am a PC, yes. I think my beliefs fall most in their sort of range on the political spectrum, and so yeah, definitely with their views on education, healthcare.
That's why the Wild Rose is so popular. It's molded its platforms to like the core Albertan values, so that's pretty much why my family supports them.
I pretty much went my own way. I don't think my dad didn't really like my idea of the NDPs.
My brother just turned 18 too, so I kind of listened in on my grandpa was talking to him about like voting strategies and stuff and how to make sure that a government you don't want doesn't get in. Like if it's going to be close, like just vote for like a majority party so you don't split the vote and such.
For people who believed in PC, I'd explain to them how all the money that we've got from all the big oil booms, where has that gone and how can you trust that government?
Even in the younger grades who, you would assume won't be as interested in it, our bulletin board was personally in the 4 or 5 hallway. And, when I was walking around down there, I would hear the kids, talking about it and arguing. And it was interesting because, that's sort of a sign that the future generations will be involved in Alberta's elections. So that made me pretty happy.